Okay, I think it's now it's recording. Um, so this is the last of the standards. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So accessibility and learner support. So Samantha's going to talk just a little bit about Panorama, which you should already know it, but just in case, and then um, I'll just briefly go over learner support. I mean, a lot of this we already have. So let me stop sharing. All right, you're up.
Okay. Now I just gotta share screen. The correct screen.
What's wrong, T?
I really should have used Zoom.
You can.
I got dependent on. Okay, there we go. It's working.
So do you see my class?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone should have Panorama in their classes. So each of their classes would have a Panorama button on the navigation menu.
Yeah.
And so if you click there, it will bring you to the accessibility metrics for your course. Let's see. So you'll click on, once you've clicked on Panorama, you'll come over here and click on reports. And then you'll click on issues report, I think. This might be institution-wide. Oh, course report. Just kidding. I'm supposed to click on course report. So these are the metrics for the English course that I clicked on. So overall, you can see your overall accessibility score here, and then all of the files that were processed, and the document types. And then down here is the good stuff, because you can go through every single one of the items that you have in there to find out the score. And I do actually have issues. So these are older. So they'll tell you like if it's a major or a minor issue here, and then the type of issue, and then it will even tell you how to fix it. So again, we can click on this one. I have a PowerPoint. In fact, I have 3 PowerPoints that have insufficient contrast between the foreground text and the background. And so I can easily just go in and fix them. Well, I'd have to actually remove it and fix it and then re-upload it. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this popped up here. That tells you how expert I am in Panorama. This shows up in a different place, which I'm going to go now too. Are there any questions about this part here?
No, but I can tell you as a visually impaired individual, a learner, educator, that contrast is very important. I seriously, if you don't get me a strong enough contrast, I cannot read it. I can't discern it. So yeah, I'd say pay attention to that, y'all. It's
The good
helpful.
news,
It is. Outside of font size, contrast is huge. Yeah.
well, they do list it as a major issue. So
Yeah.
like the good news is they have identified a lot of the accessibility issues that are occurring in each of our classrooms. And so we're able to go click on them and fix them and get that percentage up. And I will tell you that LCTCS does pay attention to our institution-wide scores, and they're paying attention to if that score goes up. I'm going to go to my modules. You should see my classroom now. Just FYI, in my newer class, when I did this, this module had already passed. But for my newer classes, I've replaced this assignment altogether with something that is accessible. So here, if you see this little, what is it, Juliet? Vesuvian man? What is it?
Yeah, the Vitruvian. Mhm.
Vitruvian, not
Vitruvius man, yeah.
Vesuvian.
Mhm. That's her.
If you click on it, that same list that I was talking about pops up. And so here you can view the report and the issues will load right here and it will explain like what the issue is. So as you can see, this one is not accessible because it's a photocopied PDF. And so if you click on how to fix, it will explain why this isn't accessible and how you can fix it. Like I said, this one, I like this reading, but I've had to just do away with it because I own the book and it's not accessible online.
Can you get just maybe if Tanya has time to type it up for you in a Word, but that becomes accessible?
Possibly. It's a good reading.
Yeah.
So, that's basically it, like the stuff that we really need to know for Panorama. Oh, I say that, but hold on. There's also, for students who need certain kinds of readings or like delivery modes, they're available. So like if a student clicked on Braille, there should be a downloadable option here, and they could download a Braille version of the reading. They have an immersive reader, like one of them's like an audio. And then I believe, yeah, the language translation. So if you need a specific language or one of your students needs a specific language,
Nice.
they can click here and get it translated into the language they need. So see these red here? It shows up red for us as the instructor, but not for the student. This is just on our end. If we switch over to student view, it will be blue. It will look like this, and then they can just click on it and get those options available to them.
Now, how do we
And
get
then-
here again to see my report? Because I see the
So-
Vitruvian man, but I've never checked my report.
If you look to the left, okay, so you can click on the Vitruvian man
Okay.
for that particular item. But if you want the like holistic
do.
list,
Yeah.
you'll come to the navigation menu. Hold on, let me get out of student view. All right, so if you come to your navigation menu on the left-hand side, you're going to have a panorama
Okay.
option on each of them. And it
Okay.
will give you the data for that particular class.
I guess I
So
just
you'll
have not clicked on it. Okay. Thank you. I'll try that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so once you do get into Panorama again, you'll click on reports and then you'll go to course report.
I know I'm going to get gigged on my audio. So I guess I'm going to have to give my lectures again in Zoom and have the texting on where it puts down the words for the audio.
transcription.
Thank you. Yeah, it has
Another-
the transcription. Yeah.
Another option, Juliet, is to upload those to YouTube, and it will generate captions, which you can
Really?
edit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I already
Zoom
have
should
them on
do it
YouTube.
too.
I did not know. I did have to make a YouTube channel because I was taking up too much space in the Zoom. So I do have a YouTube channel. I can do it there. Oh, thank you. I'll try that, Fred. Yeah.
Are there any questions or do you want me to go ahead and stop sharing? Okay. The floor is yours.
Hey, Klaus, you're muted.
Good call, Fred.
All right. And when I was like muting myself, I'm like, oh, you're just going to forget when it comes time for you to talk. You're definitely going to forget that you're muted. All right. So, no, not that one. What I was saying is all the learner support stuff can be satisfied through the syllabus. So this is the syllabus template that's available. It's probably search your email.
Yeah, that's not the new one. We got rid of the grid on the top because it wasn't readable.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
And it's got color to it. Okay. It looks like this. But here's like the important part. When you get down towards the bottom, the other one has the exact same thing. So I highlighted it in a low contrast color, ironically. But so it's these two. It's already present on the. I'm going to go back to. It's already present on the syllabus. The only thing I would suggest is to make sure, for example, like link. It's linked, but like link that, and then link the advising request form, which it is linked. I just when I switch the color, I made it all black, but it should be already linked. And then just try to make it that standard dark blue if it's not hyperlinked. And then I think that satisfies all of this. So this satisfies how, where you can get technical support, the accessibility, policy and services. The only thing that I think that we might do differently is maybe the policy, we can link to the policy, but at least you should have, if in doubt, just go to that master syllabus and make sure you have that in there. And you probably anyone watching this is going to already have it in their syllabus. And so that's it. That part's done. So let me stop sharing. So that's a short one. You guys think of anything to add? Any questions from all those participants not on the committee?
The only thing I can think of is I've noticed that, and it's just a suggestion, that the students, despite that it's in the syllabus, they may not necessarily follow it. So that, and again, it's just a suggestion because, as you said, Klaus, they're already meeting the requirement by having it in the syllabus, boilerplate language. But if there are any specific instructions to navigating your course while we're moving towards that uniform, setup, to perhaps put them in like on a welcome page or something, so that they.
Right.
Miss Gwen
We can make
that.
a navigation page.
Right, at least like maybe like start here page, at least in modules. If your front page is not going to be pages or modules, but we're all moving towards
that one front page
in the future. So
that could definitely be a link. That's
something coming down the road. We're all going to use the same front page.
Are we going to try that for fall, or we're going to wait till spring?
That's
or push to spring.
I think that's what we decided. I'm speaking too soon, I think.
No, I think you're right. I think we did try to say
what is happening. And like my front page is the syllabus. And I'm going to have to change that. So
well, once we get a template, I guess that would come from us. One of us would make it so then we could distribute it to the chairs, because the chairs will have to get it to the adjuncts. We could distribute it all full time, I guess. And then
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think it's a good. And then the other thing, although this has nothing to do with the topics we went over today, but we're looking at so for January classes, for spring 24 classes, we're going to need to see the syllabus sometime in October. And that's for Gen Ed full-time faculty, and that's for the classes that like Juliet, you're 2100. you'd have to do it for that class, for art appreciation, not
Right.
necessarily a class that might or might not make, you know.
I'm going in and redoing my whole class for fall. I'm going into at least art appreciation setup.
Like all the
More of that
1100s,
QM manner.
all the
Yeah.
1100s are going to need to be done.
Mhm.
You know, classes that we know are going to make for Gen Ed faculty, not CTE yet.
Right.
And so that's where that's coming this October. So,
Yeah.
so we'll need to see, we're going to start looking at everyone's syllabus a couple months before classes start, just to make sure everything's there. So, that's just another heads up for anyone watching this. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And I just want to say, make sure that the faculty, whether they full-time or adjunct, get the information way ahead of time instead of 2 days after an institute starts and wanting it changed for that semester.
The information about like what should be in
Changes to
there.
the syllabus now, because many people work on it during the break and then they come back for Faculty Institute and it's like, oh, we're making this change. And it's,
Oh, so you think so they should have a heads up before summer.
That's what these workshops were, wasn't it?
that's what I thought.
That's what
Yeah,
we're
but
using them
you
for,
know-
but not many people took advantage of it. So,
Yeah, I mean, and they're probably gonna watch the recordings.
Yeah, right.
I did-
That's the most cynical I have ever heard, Kathy.
I passed it out on paper. I sent it in an email. We're doing these. I'll probably send another email out today, just kind of like summing up a few things. So, and then, you know, we'll do it again at Faculty Institute, you know, in August. So, yeah, you're right though. Let's like I'll send out another email. Like when I send the link to today, I'll send out another email.
Yeah, reminding them you can watch these, but yeah, we're going to start implementing this next year. Yeah, next semester. So if
Right.
you want to work on your syllabus, make sure to do these.
All right. I'm gonna
Thank you.
see. I'm gonna stop this.